Part 1. Did you know that there are only 6 words capable of awakening such a strong desire in a woman that even she herself doesn't understand why? We're not talking about romantic poems, movie lines, or cheap seduction techniques. We're talking about an almost invisible psychological power that most men ignore, and because of that, they fail with women. Because let me tell you something that may sound harsh, but it's true. Men do not lose women because they are unattractive, because they lack money, or because they don't know how to flirt. They lose them because they don't understand the invisible language of desire. Most people think that attracting a woman means giving her more attention, more messages, more compliments. But that is exactly where many fail. What a woman truly desires, even if she never says it out loud, is to feel something that takes her out of routine, intrigue, challenge, mystery. And that is where these 6 words come in. These words work because they do not attack her logic. They speak to her instinct. Part 2, because the female instinct when it comes to attraction is not rational. It is emotional and visceral. She is not going to sit down and think, I like his words because they are intelligent. Instead, she will feel a spark, an urge to get closer to you, to want your attention, even if she doesn't understand why. And here comes the controversial part. Many men believe attraction is an act of fairness. They think that if they are good, attentive, and make an effort, the woman should desire them. But attraction doesn't work that way. A woman does not desire the man who puts her on a pedestal. She desires the man who, with just a few words, makes her feel that he is different from all the others. Just look around you. The men who attract the most women are not always the most handsome or the richest. Sometimes they are ordinary guys, even with obvious flaws, but they have the ability to say the right words at the right moment. And those words, no matter how simple they seem, activate a deep mechanism in the female mind. That is what we are going to explore in this video. Part 3. Do not expect magical phrases from manipulation or cheap seduction games. What you are about to discover is much more powerful. These are 6 words that, from a Stoic psychological perspective, will help you project confidence, mystery, and control. Because the Stoic man does not beg for love. He does not seek validation. The Stoic man speaks little, but every word has weight. And when you learn to use these 6 words, you will notice something interesting. The woman who used to ignore you suddenly starts paying attention. The one who seemed cold now wants to know more about you. And the one who took you for granted begins to feel that she might lose you. So get ready, because what you are about to hear will not only make you more attractive, it will make you unforgettable. 1. The hidden power of words. It is not what you say, it is how you say it. 2. Why being overly romantic kills attraction. Being too nice destroys desire. 3. The 6 forbidden words that ignite her interest. 4. How to activate her desire without begging. 5. Intrigue and mystery over neediness. 6. The Stoic difference. Speak less, impact more. Part 4. When your words carry more weight than 1,000 gifts. The hidden power of words. Many men believe that women are attracted to what they see, a good physique, stylish clothes, or an expensive car. But the truth is that what truly awakens desire does not always enter through the eyes, it enters through the ears. Words have an invisible power that can either ignite attraction or shut it down within seconds. Think about it. A man can be physically attractive, but if he opens his mouth and sounds insecure, needy, or overly pleasing, that attraction disappears instantly. On the other hand, another man may look average, nothing special in appearance, but when he speaks, he conveys confidence, calmness, and mystery, and the woman begins to feel something she cannot explain. That is what I call the hidden power of words. It is not what you say, but how you say it. A single word spoken with confidence has more impact than an entire speech full of insecurity. This is where Stoic psychology comes in. The Stoic does not speak just to speak. He does not need to fill silence or impress with long phrases. He speaks little, but every word he says is filled with intention, and that way of communicating creates an automatic reaction in women, respect and desire. Part 5. Because words, when they come from a man who respects himself, leave a lasting impression. Now, why does this work so strongly on them? Because women are instinctively programmed to measure a man's value not only by what he does, but by how he expresses himself. A firm, short, and confident word tells them, this man does not need approval. This man is not chasing me. He walks beside me. And that triggers attraction on a deeper level. Let me paint you a very common scene. You are with a woman and she asks you that typical question, what are you looking for in a relationship? 90% of men at that moment enter interview mode. They start giving long explanations, trying to sound correct, saying what they think she wants to hear. I'm looking for something serious, someone special, a woman who compliments me. And what happens? He sounds needy. It sounds like he is asking for approval, like he is trying to convince her to choose him. On the other hand, a man who understands the power of words responds calmly without complicating things, without over-explaining. Something as simple as, I want the same as you, but without rushing, 6 words. Firm, clear, without anxiety. And suddenly in her mind, she feels something different, mystery, curiosity. That short phrase does not give everything away. It opens questions. And when a woman starts wondering more than what you reveal, that is where desire is born. That is why the secret is not in talking more, but in using fewer words with impact. That is the real hidden power most men never learn to master. Part 6. Why does being overly romantic cool her down? Most men think that to win a woman over, they need to be more romantic, writing long good morning messages, sending flowers, always being available, and repeatedly telling her how much they value her. It sounds nice, but in practice, it kills attraction. Why? Because too much romance sends a very dangerous message, neediness. And neediness, even if you disguise it as affection, feels like pressure. A woman does not desire the man who chases her with attention, but the one who stays centered, the one who does not emotionally kneel just to please her. The mistake many men make is believing that being romantic equals being desired. But in reality, excessive romance communicates that you place your value in her and that your happiness depends on whether she responds or gives you attention. And that, far from attracting her, cools her down. Now, pay attention. I am not saying you should be cold or insensitive. Of course, a thoughtful gesture from time to time can be powerful, but only when it comes from a place of security, not neediness. The difference is huge. An insecure man sends a message like, I miss you so much, I can't stop thinking about you, expecting an immediate response. A confident man instead might say, I thought of you when I passed this place. Notice the difference. One is begging for attention, the other is sharing without expecting anything in return. Excessive romance is like a strong perfume. At first, it seems attractive, but later it becomes suffocating. A woman feels it, and instead of desiring you more, she starts losing interest. She begins to wonder, if this man is so obsessed with me, what else does he even have in his life? Part 7. Let me put you in a real situation. A guy starts dating a woman, and after the first date, he floods her with messages. You are the most beautiful woman I have ever met. I can't wait to see you again. I can't stop thinking about you. You are already very special to me. When she reads this, she doesn't think, how romantic, I want him more. What she actually thinks is, wait, I don't even know him that well. Why is he acting like I'm the center of his world? And in that moment, the desire starts to fade. On the other hand, a man who understands Stoic psychology does not rush to fill silence. After the date, if he texts, it is something light, short, without pressure. Something like, I liked seeing you, 4 words, no exaggeration, no emotional overload. And those words leave space for her to feel, to think. And when a woman feels that you are not chasing her, but instead living your life calmly, that is when she starts chasing you. That is why excessive romance does not make you her dream man. It makes you a predictable and boring man. And attraction never comes from predictability. Part 8. Third, the 6 forbidden words that ignite her. Here is where things get really interesting. There are 6 simple, short, almost insignificant words that have a powerful effect on a woman's desire, words you won't hear in romantic movies or read in cheap self-help books. They seem forbidden because they go against everything men are taught about how to treat a woman. From a young age, many men are told the same thing. Be sweet, be polite, make her feel like she is the most important thing in your life. And yes, that sounds noble, but what happens when you grow up and apply that formula? Women drift away. Why? Because deep down, those are the same lines every ordinary man uses. Everyone repeats the same song trying to impress her. The 6 words I'm talking about have nothing to do with putting her on a pedestal or begging for attention. In fact, it's the opposite. They are words that transmit independence, mystery, and confidence, words that make her unsure whether she already has you or still has to earn you. And that feeling, that small uncertainty in her stomach is what triggers desire. Think about it. When a woman starts wanting a man more, it is when she doesn't fully understand him, when she can't predict him, when his words don't follow the boring script everyone else uses. The real power of these words is not to convince, it is to intrigue, not to prove anything, but to show that you are not needy. That simple difference completely changes the dynamic. Part 9, when a woman cannot fully control you, cannot fully predict you, and doesn't know exactly what to expect from you, her desire increases. It's like a mental game where she wants to solve the mystery, and the more she thinks about you, the more power you have in her mind. That is why I say these words are forbidden. because no one teaches you to use them, because they go against what is politically correct, because they break the mold of the needy man who constantly seeks approval. But it is exactly these words that make a woman see you differently, feel you differently, and keep you in her mind. Let's be honest, attraction is not in the obvious, it is in the unexpected. How to activate her desire without begging. Here is where many men fail without realizing it. They think they need to chase, insist, or constantly be available to ignite a woman's desire. And that is the number one mistake that kills attraction. Let me be direct, begging is humiliating. Every time you chase a woman for attention, you are showing her that your value depends on her. And when a woman feels that you value yourself less than she does, she loses respect, and with it, desire disappears. The problem is that many men are taught that persistence means interest, that sending more messages, doing more favors, and always being available is the right way to win her over. But the truth is the opposite. Desire does not come from total availability, it comes from scarcity. Think about it. What is always available loses value. What is hard to get becomes more desirable. The man who begs does not understand this basic rule of life. He thinks doing more will get him more, but what he actually gets is indifference. And here is the hard truth. If you are in that position, it is not her fault, it is yours because you placed yourself there. Desire is activated when she feels that you have your own life, that you do not revolve around her, that you do not need her attention to feel complete. Part 10. A man who knows who he is, who has goals, who is focused on his growth, naturally transmits something magnetic. I'm not desperate, but if you fit into my life, that's great. That is what ignites her attraction, not your insistence, not your exaggerated romance, not your constant availability. What draws her in is your ability to stay centered even when she tests you. Here is the clear advice. Stop acting like you are a beggar for love. Stop waiting for her permission to feel valuable. A man who lives by begging becomes invisible because he signals that he has nothing better to offer than his need. If you truly want to activate her desire, you need to invest in yourself. Learn to enjoy your time, build your life, pursue your goals, make your presence a privilege, not an automatic right. And when you speak to her, speak calmly, with intention, not with anxiety. The Stoic understands this better than anyone. Control does not come from what you do for her, but from who you are without her. When she perceives that, when she notices that you are not begging but choosing to share your time, that is when she begins to truly desire you. So wake up, stop begging for crumbs of attention. You were not made to beg, you were made to lead your life. And only a man who leads his life can awaken true desire in a woman. The Stoic difference: speak less, impact more. One of the biggest mistakes men make today is talking too much. They explain, justify, and send long paragraphs as if words alone could make her feel something. But what they don't understand is that the more they talk, the less impact they have. The Stoic man knows this. Words lose value when overused. He doesn't need to fill silence, and he doesn't need to over-explain because he understands his strength lies in calmness, not in talking too much. And that calmness is what she perceives as true confidence. When a man speaks less, but each word has weight, it creates an immediate effect. The final part: when a man speaks less, she listens more closely. His silence creates mystery. His brevity builds curiosity. And in contrast, the man who is always talking, who can never stay quiet, becomes background noise. The Stoic is not cold or distant. He simply understands that excessive words are often a sign of insecurity, because the man who talks endlessly is trying to convince, while the man who speaks little but clearly is not trying to convince anyone. That is far more powerful. Now tell me, who do you respect more? The man who gives an endless speech trying to explain himself, or the one who expresses everything clearly in a single short sentence? Respect and desire are born from firmness, not from rambling. Many people think silence is uncomfortable, but in reality, well-managed silence is magnetic. A woman does not remember every word you say, but she remembers how you made her feel. And if every word you speak is calm, intentional, and confident, she will listen carefully every time you speak. So remember this: it is not about quantity, it is about quality. Speaking less does not mean being boring. It means your presence already communicates so much that you don't need to decorate it with extra words. The ordinary man fills space so he doesn't lose her. The Stoic man fills space with his presence alone, and when he chooses to speak, it has impact. That is the real secret. When your words are few but firm, you activate not only attraction but respect, and a man who earns respect is a man who is never ignored. And now, after everything I've shared with you, I want to leave you with one truth that many people avoid saying because it is uncomfortable. Women do not desire the man who puts them first. They desire the man who puts himself first. Yes, it sounds harsh, but think about it. A man who lives only to please, to serve, to revolve around a woman will never be truly desired. He may be liked as a friend, used as a backup option, or tolerated for a while, but he will never be looked at with that spark of real attraction. Desire is not born from blind sacrifice or obedience. It is born when a woman realizes that you do not need her to validate your life, but you still choose to share it with her. That and only that is what truly hooks her. We've been told for years, treat her like a queen and she will treat you like a king. But how many men who do exactly that end up ignored, rejected, or used? The uncomfortable truth is this: when you put her on a pedestal, she loses interest. And yes, I know that's hard to hear, but if you continue acting like a man who begs for attention, talks too much, and confuses romance with attraction, you will keep losing. True control starts within you. When you understand this, your words change, your energy changes, and the way you relate to others changes too.